What is good, guys and gals, and welcome to the Films and Pixels podcast, episode 32. I am your host, Afif. And again, if you've seen the previous episodes, thank you so much for staying with me, keeping in tune with the show and all that. It means a lot to me. But if you haven't done so, and if you're new, you know what to do. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, get all the notifications about what's going on, stay up to date with the latest episodes. And, if you got anything to say, leave a comment in the comment section below. Of course, share the videos. Follow all my social media pages. It means a lot to me, so that means a lot. Again, and, for episode 32, I had, maybe a few topics. And then, a last-minute decision, I decided to maybe cut down the content just a bit. There are a couple of news that maybe, while they're informative, I'm not sure they're kind of relevant right now. But at least a couple of news stories, I think, they're pretty important and still mean something. I mean, this is kind of like information from maybe late February of this year. So I thought, why not? And plus, maybe for some people that may have complained privately, I don't know if there are any complaints about the length of these episodes. For me, it's fine, but I thought, why not just cut it down? Anyway, without further ado, let's get going. All right, so first topic, and what is still somewhat of a surprising news story. Former YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, Susan Wojcicki, she has decided to step down from her role as YouTube CEO after taking on the position for the last 9 years, citing, for her to start a new chapter focusing on her family, health, and personal projects she's passionate about. So, that's pretty cool and nice. And, I've got some quotes here. She also wrote a letter to YouTube employees saying, "The time is right for me, and I feel able to do this because we have an incredible leadership team in place at YouTube. In fact, her replacement will be Neil Mohan, her longtime lieutenant." So that's pretty good news as well. "This will allow me to call on my different experiences over the years to offer counsel and guidance across Google and the portfolio of Alphabet companies." She did add that in the short term, she will support Neil and help with the transition. So that's pretty cool. She's still around for a while, but stepping down as CEO for reasons that are personal for her and health, whatever health reasons. I hope they're not serious, but again, her priorities are set on something new and different for her personal life and her professional career going to a new chapter. She did say that she praised that Mr. Neil Mohan for launching YouTube TV and even launching the YouTube Music, YouTube Premium, and YouTube Shorts. So Neil Mohan, now the CEO, his name is attached to those initiatives and those YouTube projects that we've seen the brand grow into. And I think it's pretty cool. YouTube Music trying to compete with Apple Music and Spotify and and so forth, all those audio streaming platforms. And yeah, she's been part of the team since really working closely with Sundar Pichai. Yeah, that's right. The same Sundar Pichai who is Google's CEO. And just for the time being, taking on an advisory role as confirmed by him. But yeah, when Google bought YouTube in 2006, she was part of the team. And really since then, they've generated $29.2 billion in ad sales. And that's really more than 10% of Alphabet's revenue. So that's pretty good. I mean, they were bought for, I think, $1.37 billion. Or no, wait, sorry, $1.37 million. And then every week they generate $1.37 billion in ad revenue. So that is a crazy amount of money for ads that they're making on what is now thousands, if not millions of YouTube channels still existing today. So that's pretty good. And yeah, by 2014, it's crazy to think that there have been 1 billion users, which is insane. And there's 2.5 billion users worldwide on YouTube. So that's really amazing, And it's still like the most popular video platform. As someone who likes using YouTube, of course we all do. It means a lot for many of us using this platform, and so many people got famous thanks to YouTube and are able to make a lot of money. So that's really amazing. And it's cool that she's been part of the team when she famously rented a Silicon Valley garage with Larry Page and Sergey Brin in 1998 and was Google's 16th employee. So that's pretty cool. So, yeah, I've got a quote here saying Susan has a unique place in Google history and has made the most incredible contribution to products used by Google everywhere. We're so grateful for all she's done over the last 25 years. This was from Sergey Brin, so that's pretty cool. Now, she still started at Google running marketing and helping build their online business, and even ran the company's video service and tried to compete with YouTube when they were like when Google did not yet buy YouTube. So that was pretty cool. And she made a point, and it was important for her to increase accessibility to advertising and video creators as well. So a lot of initiatives really from her and Neil Mohan as well. Even though some people didn't like the rules to changing moderation, and said that also like the company took a firm on discouraging hate speech, which is really fine, you know. Yeah, so she spent like some time closely working with Neil Mohan, her new successor, and you know, they did a great job together, like building YouTube's advertising business and marketing. You know, and Neil even said like Susan has built an exceptional team and has Neil as a successor who's ready to hit the ground running and lead YouTube through its next decade of success. This quote from Afif CEO Sundar Pichai. So yeah, based on where YouTube is right now with, you know, its financial place, popularity, social media popularity as well, use for many businesses, whether it's just educational, entertainment, even like how-to videos and so forth. I mean, it's used in many ways. Sports commentary, a personal favorite of mine, highlights, like all kinds of reason you can think of, music as well. All kinds of reason YouTube is now used today and will continue to be even popular now. Who knows, maybe it could have a streaming service of its own for shows. And there's already been slowly something like that with some free YouTube shows on the channel for free. So that's pretty cool as well. Yeah, I mean, I think with Neil Mohan, there's a lot of reason to look forward to YouTube from here on out. Remember when I earlier said I would keep this episode short? And yeah, this final topic, I'm going to be reacting on Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. And it's on purpose, just to keep it short, just for today. But anyway, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. This is MCU movie number 31, the first film in the Phase 5 era in the multiverse saga for Marvel Studios, starring Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, Catherine Newton, and Jonathan Majors, rounding out the cast for this movie. And how do I feel about it? Not great. I mean, is it a disaster? No. But yeah, I can see why it's ranked one of the lower, less loved MCU films. It's in the lower stratosphere of MCU films, and it's understandable 31 of these movies. They seem to be struggling going back to Phase 4. I'm worried that this will continue. Now, look, in any case, Paul Rudd, fantastic as always, and he was once again in this movie. I like how more and more we got to see the Quantumania, quantum realm, more of the quantum realm. Excuse me for that, but especially like, you know, with Michelle Pfeiffer's character Janet Van Dyne really having a bigger role as someone who knows what it's like living there. I like how she's able to help, not Sky, Hank Pym, and their daughter Lily, known as the Wasp, tried to survive through. And even like in the first act, see this scene where she's like fighting someone, but it turned out it looked like it was like greeting someone kind of way. I don't know, whatever, customs. I liked how a lot of it in the first act, it really reminded me of Star Wars Tatooine location. I don't know if that was on purpose, but I thought that was kind of cool regardless, in any case. Now, of course, Cassie Lang, played by Catherine Newton, I mean, charming, energetic, fun character. I liked her a lot. She showed her willingness to like be involved and learn, and of course, taking after Scott being arrested for peacefully protesting. It means a lot for Scott to really protect her at all costs. She looks up to him, so their relationship, just like the previous two films, is a driving force here as well. So that's just something I really liked, and how her life, even though she's more than capable, was still at stake. Now, of course, I really want to talk about Kang here. Jonathan Majors, to me, was the main star of this movie as Kang. I mean, it was really great to see what he was capable of as Kang, and even like how his role could even be bigger than it was later on. But I mean, like I thought the second act was more interesting, especially with Scott trying to get like some let's just call it a shiny MacGuffin, but a piece of artifact meant to power his spaceship machine or whatever, just to get out of the quantum realm. He's trying to find a way to get out of it, and it's clear that he's a fearful, forcing figure. You know what was supposed to be like a place for him to be stuck at. He turned his own prison into his own world and conquering people. And thanks to the new heroes, inspired them for an uprising. So that was nice and all. Another problem I think it's fair to address: Modoc. I mean, listen, whether you caught that Modoc twist earlier, I think the trailers kind of spoiled it. Look, it was great to see Modoc and all in the film, but face CGI became like this internet meme. It became such a joke that it was just awful. I mean, I would have liked the more menacing version of Modoc. I don't care about who is the person. I just would have liked it if it was more menacing. I mean, okay, the face shield or mask or whatever, that was nice and all, but I would have liked it if Modoc didn't all of a sudden at the end try to be this good guy or whatever, just because Cassie's words got to him. But the third act ended predictably. I mean, I didn't think Kang all of a sudden would fade away or whatever it is that happened to him. But of course, we know the post-credit scenes. There are multiple variants of Kang, and that was really one of the more exciting post-credit scenes in a while. So it's pretty cool that there's like a Council of Kang and all that. And even one of his variants, Victor Timely, also played by Jonathan Majors, teased for Loki season 2. There was even both Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson in that post-credit scene, so that was pretty cool. But what are the ramifications of what happened in this film? I don't know. I mean, I think one of the problems critics had is that I think like because the first two films were in a smaller scale, all of a sudden the scale got bigger. But then again, it was more like in the quantum realm and not really, on Earth or in their city or their home or whatever, like in a totally different dimension sort of thing, like somewhere outside reality. I understand the quantum realm a little bit. I get the whole concept, so it's pretty cool. But I think try to deviate away from the first two films, because like what I liked about the first two films, kind of like heist missions sort of way, you know. Whereas it was like trying to, save people from the quantum realm that have been overruled by Kang. And even the supporting characters are kind of nice. One of the supporting characters is kind of stupid, but yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's just supposed to be a fun blockbuster film. Not really great, but I mean, like passable. You know, I just really hope personally that Phase 5 improves. But I'm somewhat optimistic based on the schedule coming up. But yeah, um, maybe I'm too generous by saying this is a 7 out of 10 film. But then again, 6 out of 10 for this movie is a realistic rating as well. I mean, I wish maybe it was a bit longer and a bit better, but a disaster, no. But yeah, I mean, somewhat disappointing. As much as I hate to say it, but I'm glad I watched it anyway. As a fan of the franchise, and the whole universe in general, I'm still glad I watched it. I just wish it was a bit better than what we got. All right, guys and gals. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Episode 32 already. I wanted to keep it short, just stay with a few relevant topics. And yeah, if you've watched from beginning to end, thank you so much. It means a lot. Like I said earlier, please like, comment, follow, subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay up to date with new episodes. And I'll try to upload them as soon as I can. Regardless of what's going on with my work schedule, I'll do my very best. Thank you. It means a lot. If you're not watching on YouTube, please listen to it on audio platforms like Ant-Man and Spotify, Google Podcasts. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And perhaps maybe if I do so for the next episode, if I get a chance to watch Creed 3, maybe I will talk about it in the next episode. So, you know, hopefully I keep up that promise. If not, I do apologize, but thank you so much, and good day and good night.